G'day guys, I'm Dave. Now the first thing we want to do is practice using our shapes to place the tonic chord behind the main melody. We want to keep the main melody on top, remember. We've looked at this in previous videos, so... And that's our C note right there. Then I'm going to my G note, A note, and then G. Now, practical ways to play in this open position here for the C chord, we can simply play our C chord, and then we can still use that C shape of the C chord for the G note. Now, you could also, if you have good fingers like that, you could go to the A note on the 5th fret of the 1st string. But what you could do also is go to your next cage shape, which is, okay, C, A, remember? C, A, and then you have G. So we're gonna look at these close by shapes. C, then we can go to the C shape, to the A shape, and play C chord with the A in the 1st string on the 5th fret. And then back to regular C chord using the A shape. So we have. Alright. Now another way you could do it is you could play. Alright, and what's that there? Well, that's using my G shape to play C. So remember you have C, A, G, E, D. Okay, so those are our caged system chords. So I'm hitting that A note using the G shape right here. The A acts as the 6th in the key of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? So I'm playing a C major, add 6. C major 6. And then I can go to the shape right here, placing my pinky on the 8th fret of the 2nd string to play the G. Now, what about, that's one way to play F, E, how I wonder. We're gonna go D, D, C, so we could go, we can simply play that in our open position right here. What about, we could even do that using the A shape right here. What about the G shape? So we could go right there. And then you can hit that right there on the 3rd string, 7th fret, 5th fret. So looking at multiple ideas here for how you can use your shapes, using basically the cage system, and then finding these chords within the cage system to play a melody, but then keep just the one chord on the bottom. That would be the basis. So from here, what would level 2 be? So the most practical chords that are in the progressions that we use today would be like the 1, you could use the 4, the 5, and then 6. That's gonna be C, F, G, A minor is the 6, all right? G is the 5th, F is the 4, C is the 1. So we're gonna stay with the 1 chord, and then we're gonna go to our 4 chord, and then back to our 1 chord. So that's how I would harmonize this simply. Okay, so what am I doing there in this open position? I am playing C, I'm keeping the 1 chord, and then I'm going to a D shape of my F chord, F being the 4 chord, to play this melody on top, the A note. And then finishing with the G note. I can hit that either playing maybe this open position here, but I like to mix it up. I'm gonna play the A shape using the A shape, playing the C chord, all right? Then we could go to our 2 chord, right? That would be 1 is major, 2 is minor. We have a C, D, and then we build a minor chord on top of that. We have D minor. We know this shape probably. So we could even play, you hear the F note on top, which is convenient. You can go back to your 1 chord, and then, which is C, and then you could play your 5 chord, and then finish with your 1 chord. So that's one way to play it there, D minor. I wonder what you are. What about up here? And then you can go G shape right here. I'll show you this way as well. This is going to be me playing an A minor, but bring it up to D. Okay, so A minor shape, bring to D. Then I'm going to go A shape, C chord, wonder. I'm going to go E shape, bringing up to G, want you. And then I'm going to go G shape to play C. But now I'm playing, I'm going to bar the 5th fret with my 1st and 2nd finger and leave out the 8th fret of the 1st and 2nd string. Because the main melody, that's on top right there, the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So once more, that's wonder what you are. So that would be level 2 right there. Now, level 3, I'm going to look at something called secondary dominants. What is secondary dominants? They are, you take the 5th of a chord and you play it before the chord you're about to play. So check this out. I'm going to play C still. Then I'm going to go to, I'm anticipating my F chord coming up next. So I'm going to play the 5th chord, the 5-7 chord before that F. Well, what's the 5th of F? If I play the F scale, right, or 5, it's a C right here. So I play C7. That's one way to play it right here. That keeps the main melody on top. Shell voicing is just taking the 1, 3, 7. That's going to be 3rd fret, 5th string, 2nd fret, 4th string, 3rd fret, 3rd string. And then I'm playing the G on the top. So I'm playing Twinkle, Twinkle. Then I can go to, alright, the F chord. So that C7 pulls to the F chord. I can go back to the C with the G in the top. And then for the next bit, I'm going to go. So what am I doing here? I'm going D minor, like before. Then I'm going to go D7, which pulls to, which is the 5th of G. And I'm going to play another G7, which pulls to C. Interesting. Because D is the 5th of G, and G is the 5th of C. Interesting. So I'm playing D minor, D7 to proceed G, and then we're going to do it again by going G7 to C. Pretty neat. Finally, I want to take a look at something called the 2-5-1 progression. This is super common in a lot of jazz, neo soul, R&B, and the building blocks of it goes something like this. You play so what's going on here? I'm starting with the C, right? Now I'm preempting a 2, 5, 1. So I'm thinking about the F chord I'm going to, and I'm playing the 2, which is the G minor, and then the 5, which is the C7. Before that, I'm going G minor 7, C7, and then F major. And to make it a little jazzier, I can do up here, I can go F major 7. I can even do that here. Alright, so once more. And then I'm going to E minor. Alright, but now taking a look at the melody here. So the G minor 7 here, I'm doing the E shape, E minor, bringing it up to the 3rd fret, G minor, and I'm removing my pinky, which is on the 5th fret of the 4th string. And I'm bringing that down to an F note, which is the 7. That's the minor 7, which means we're playing the dominant 7th chord, which is just simply G minor 7. And then playing it one time, and then go into my C7 chord again. And you can even strum this. You can mute the second string though. And then I can do this here. I can do this shape, which is the D shape. But I like to make it a major 7 chord, so F major 7. And then I can go E minor 7, but I'm going to make it E minor. All right, and that's because I'm going to do an A7 to follow up with my D minor 7, all right? And an A7 can be played. We have the 7 right there, but you need to hit the C sharp as well. So the best way I found to do it was to do it up here, and then I was going to invert the A7 to play a C sharp in the bass, which is a first inversion because that's the 3. So, and what am I doing here? This is playing an A shape, okay, A major, brought up to F, and then I'm flattening the 1 here on the 3rd string, 10th fret, to make it a 9th fret, which is the 7th note. That's now an F major 7. All right, and that's a E minor 7 right there. And then I'm keeping that G ringing out, which is going to act as the 7th for the A7 chord. Now, what are these notes here I'm playing? 7th fret, I'm barring from the E minor chord, the 7th fret of the 5th and 4th string, and then placing my 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the 6th string. The 7th fret of the 5th string is going to be the E, that's the 5th in the A major chord. The 7th fret of the 4th string is going to be the A, that's the root note, and then the C sharp is going to be the major 3rd of the A major 7 chord. So you have that there. So, and then going to D minor 7, basically doing the same as we did before. And there you are. Hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Hope it helped. Be sure to comment what you would like the next lesson to be on. I have a course called Guitar Shapes, which I would love for you to check out, where I go into more detail about building on the cage system, chords, and how to know your way around the fretboard. And I'm going to be creating more content as far as how to arrange using these shapes, kind of like what we did today. So stay tuned, and thank you guys for watching.